With sales and rental prices steadily rising, homeowners frequently ask me whether it's best to sell now while the market's hot or if holding on makes more financial sense. We'll discuss the benefits and trade-offs to both scenarios coming up next. Welcome to the channel. I'm Jason.fiallo, your native Virginia realtor with Long & Foster Real Estate based in Northern Virginia. Today, we will address one of the top questions for many homeowners in 2022, whether to sell or rent their property. This question refers to both primary residences and investment properties. Home values continue to rise in the Northern Virginia market due to excessive demand from buyers, even despite inflation and interest rate hikes. We've experienced accelerated home value appreciation for the past 2 years. Because of that, many homeowners are worried that we're close to hitting the top of the housing market right before a crash and want to unload their properties before it happens. Others see the rapid appreciation as an opportunity to hold for longer while rent prices are up and appreciation continues. So which approach is the right one? Well, it all depends on your specific goals. Let's explore the pros and cons of both right now. As of March 2022, available home inventory dropped 25% year over year and down to 1/3 of the supply before the pandemic. We are in an extreme seller's market where multiple offers over list price are more common than not. This week, I helped my clients close on selling their property that we listed above other neighborhood comps at $850,000 and received 3 offers over $900,000, ultimately selling for $925,000. These clients were among the homeowners who wanted to seize the opportunity to sell for top dollar while market conditions were in their favor. Considering our housing supply shortage, the high number of buyers, and interest rates ticking upwards, now is as good a time as ever to sell. As I mentioned earlier, your specific goals will determine which direction makes the most financial sense, both short-term and long-term. For those considering selling their home or investment property, here are several reasons to do so and not to do so. Let's say you need the money to purchase your next home. Even if you wanted to keep the home as an investment property, you couldn't because you'll need to pull out all the equity. Recent appreciation has boosted equity by over 20% in many neighborhoods in the Northern Virginia area, and similarly. Equity growth has allowed many buyers to upsize their home or move to a more expensive area. On the other hand, since home prices have gone up, it takes a larger down payment and having cash in hand to make up any difference between the contract price and appraisal price. Now is the time to unload one or more of your investment properties for financial reasons. You've held onto your investment property for long enough that the benefits of depreciation tax write-offs have diminished. Rental properties allow 27.5 years of depreciation benefits on your taxes, so you may want to consider selling. Suppose you've used an accelerated depreciation schedule to write off more value in the shorter time frame, commonly within a 10-year window. In that case, you should factor that into your timing. It may be the right time to sell through a 1031 exchange if you want to keep your money in a real estate investment but plan to buy more expensive properties and want to hold off on paying the taxes. In that case, I would discuss that strategy with your accountant. Do you think a market correction is on the way? If so, this may be a good time to get out while there's certainty with high property values. I've had multiple homeowners move up their plans to retire or move out of the area because they wanted to capitalize on the current market conditions. In their minds, it was too big a risk to wait another year in hopes that prices would continue to go up, because if they didn't, these homeowners could be stuck and the equity they had planned to have was less than what they needed. There are several reasons not to sell in 2022 where you should consider renting out your property instead. Not everyone wants, needs, or can sell even in this hot seller's market. And just because you can get above a premium asking price in this crazy market doesn't mean that's the reason to sell. Depending on your housing market, you may see the trajectory of the current pace continuing through this next year. And if that's the case, why leave money on the table? Perhaps you only need some of your equity from your current home to purchase. I recommend discussing options with your lender for taking out a home equity line of credit or a cash out refi. That way, you can hold onto your property as an investment. Now let's dive in deeper into the pros and cons of renting your property instead of selling it. Suppose you are one of the many homeowners who refinance their mortgage to lock in an historically low interest rate. In that case, chances are you did so to either cash out some of your equity or to become more cash flow positive on your investment property by lowering your mortgage payment. If you cashed out most of your equity, selling wouldn't net much money, especially after paying closing costs, including broker commissions and fees, anywhere between 6 and 8%. Also, if you haven't lived in the subject property as your primary residence for at least 2 of 5 years, you'll be paying capital gains taxes. Unless you're selling where money isn't the motivating factor, in this situation, I suggest not selling. Being cash flow positive is a great reason to hold on to your rental property in both the short term and long term. Even if you've lost the benefit of writing off depreciation, but still you're in the green, it makes the most sense to hold on while property values increase if it aligns with your financial goals. Is your real estate investment part of your long-term retirement plan to have a steady income flow? If so, renting your home out instead of selling will bring in rental income to offset your mortgage, and with proper planning, your property will be mortgage-free as you continue to hold and receive monthly rent payments. I hope you gained something from this short video. If you have any questions about what we discussed today or have a different question that I didn't cover, reach out to me via comment, text, cell phone, or email, and I'll be happy to help.